What's up, everybody? Saturday morning here at the shop, and it's a bit of a sad one because the Civic is going to go to a new home today. Now, I just wanted to do a quick recap of this car because we've had a lot of fun with it. Owned it a little bit over a year, but we've done a lot with this car, and it really made a Honda fan out of me. And now, I know it's a Type R, so all Civics aren't going to be just like this, but probably the first thing that struck me about this car was the amount of attention it got. And so, again, I know it's just a Civic, but people just stop what they're doing, look at it, try to figure out what's going on. And of course, that's probably because all of this crazy aero we have going on. But people just really appreciate the car, and not even necessarily car people, just people in general. And I think that's mostly due to the aesthetics, but you'd also see the people who are like die-hard performance fans, and they see this car and they know what it does. They know what it can do right out of the box. Super impressive car. And so I just want to go over kind of what we've done with this car and where it got us today. And that's going to start out with PRL Motorsports. Now, these guys have been carrying our gauges for a while. Shortly after that, we got this Type R, and I hit up Dennis over there and Spencer and was like, hey, we got this Type R. Let's do some work together on it. And they were like, sign us up. Here's our full bolt-on product line. That's pretty much how it works. So we installed all of these parts on the car. And talk about another company I was really impressed with, PRL. All these parts just bolted directly in. No trimming, no adjusting, no finagling, no bending. None of that. Even with the front mount, this big, thick front mount, didn't have to cut anything to get any of this stuff installed. So we've got their high flow intake, we've got all of their silicone couplers, we've got their titanium intake pipe, elbow, we've got a down pipe and front pipe on the exhaust. What else do we have? We have their flex fuel kit back here. So just this whole experience with this car was pretty great for me. I'd never done remote tuning before. I'm kind of a newbie at all that stuff. Worked with Derek Robinson over at Innovative Motorworks. That was a super easy experience. I was not expecting that. Another company we work with, Exclusive Customs, our boys, Mo and Kobe, helped us tint the windows, get rid of that fishbowl effect. We jumped on with Vivid Racing. We got these VR Forged DO3Rs. Really set the stance of the car off. We put some 0.8-inch drop white line springs on it. Of course, we've got our gauge in here. So we had our gauge developed before we had this car. We actually used a few friends, local Civics here, to develop that. But just such a cool car. We've had so much fun with this, and I'm sad to see it go. I honestly didn't think I'd ever have the day where I said I was sad to see a Civic go. But we got this car, it kind of came to us, and it was a unique situation, and it just became my daily. I started driving it, and I really appreciate what this car can do. And so before we let it go, after we got all these parts on, I never made it back to the dyno, never made it to the track, so I want to throw the Draggy in it. We're going to go out and make a few pulls, see what it can do, give it a few last rips before we haul it up to Michigan to sell it, and just kind of take you guys along for that and get to see me grin like a little child while I'm just rowing gears in this bad boy. All right, we're out getting a little heat in the car. It's only 39 degrees out, so actually 36 degrees now. Not gonna have the heat of a nice warm summer day to get that traction we want, but we're gonna feel the wrath of this little hot hatch with all those PRL goodies. Not to mention, I don't know if you'll be able to pick it up on here, but once we threw that downpipe and intake on this car, the sounds that it makes are just great. And go back to our PRL mods video, and we've got the intake and exhaust mic'd up in that video, and it is awesome. So let's get a little more heat in the car here, find a little open stretch of road, and stretch the legs on the old Type R for the last time. All right, here we go. Let's see what she can do. Lots of wheel spin, a little wheel hop. Come on, hit the limiter a bit. Oh. Woo! Oh, she's peppy. I forgot to hit record on the Draggy. I'm gonna have to do that again. Son of a gun. Okay, guys, you gotta know I'm not any race car driver. Thank you, Draggy. My heart still gets beaten. I get excited. I'm a little child with this stuff. So anyways, forgot to hit record on the Draggy. Not gonna forget this time. So we're gonna stop for a second one here. And I am going to, okay, we are recording for sure. Here we go. Lots of wheel spin. Here we go. Second, third, fourth, fifth, quarter mile. There we are. Woo! Oh, this car, I'm telling you, this thing is sweet. I love this little thing. Well, this is the time. Last time the Civic's gonna be driven on the road by me, loading her on the trailer. We are all loaded up, headed north, and obviously not a super impressive quarter mile time, barely cracking into 13s. But by the time I got back to the shop, it was 32 degrees. So those Indy 500s, not really optimized for the freezing point traction. But that mile an hour, 111 miles an hour, lots of wheel spin off the line. I wonder what that car would have done on a track on a warm day. Really impressive. The thing just keeps pulling. And just goes to show what these modern cars can do with some PRL bolt-ons. I was looking at Derek Robinson's posts, and he pretty consistently posts the same cars, same dyno, same mods. And with the mods we have, looking like it makes around 385 wheel. So we didn't do a high pressure fuel pump, and that kind of limits us on how much ethanol we can run. We can only run up to 25% ethanol with the stock high pressure fuel pump. So lots of room to grow on that car. So the new owner's already talked about putting a few more mods on it. He said he wants to make around 500 wheel. I don't know, we'll see what happens there. But we're gonna be on the road for a little bit now, take it to the new owner. It's gonna be bittersweet. But one thing I've learned by working at P3 is you can't be afraid of change. Don't make change for the sake of change, but when there's goals you're trying to meet and steps you're trying to make, don't be too afraid to make some big changes. So now the cars that I get attached to, I see them as stepping stones. We got to keep working towards new goals, new development, new products, and my perspective has changed a lot. So if you're watching this and you're trying to make some big steps, don't be afraid to take some risks, make some big changes. If they're getting you towards your goal, you can't cling to things and let them hold you back. So just remember that. That's a lesson I've learned after working at P3 for I think going on 8 years now, 7, 8 years, something like that. So life lessons. Alright guys, we're here. The time has come. No VTEC. This is Andrew, the new owner of the Type R. It's a sad day, but a happy day because he is pumped about this car. Hopefully he'll love it as much as we have. You got the keys. It's official.
I have the keys.
There it is. He's got the keys with the P3 keychain there. Andrew, though, check him out. You got Instagram?
Yeah.
What's your name?
P3FK8.Drew.
Dude, there you go. All right, there he is. We'll get a video of him ripping out of here, and that's probably gonna finish it off because I'm gonna go cry myself to sleep. There he goes. Well, guys, there it is. New owner driving off in the Type R. We're on to bigger and better things. A little bittersweet, but you got to make those steps. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you in the next one.